Miss, shout out to Royal Caribbean. Your soda machines are garbage. Slow, they're unresponsive, half the time they're broken. Ever wonder what it would be like to be the only passenger on a cruise ship? Again, nobody here but me. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Nobody. Yeah, it's got definitely kind of a... You ever see the movie The Shining? The Overlook Hotel? It's definitely got an Overlook Hotel vibe. So, this is my first ocean voyage going to Japan. It's a long way.
Oh, it's so cold.
As if the short way wasn't also long.
Do you have your shortwave radio?
I do.
Do you have your walkie-talkie?
I don't need it. Oh.
Where's your other bag? Okay, Mimi. Let's get the other bag.
So I made it to the Reno Tahoe International Airport. Dropped off my bags with Alaska Airlines. Pretty painless. I've got TSA pre-check. I don't know if that's gonna help because Monday morning it's backed up a lot. I'm gonna guess it's 4:50 a.m. Flight board's at 5:20, so figured I'd head to the escape lounge and see if I can get in, find a seat, relax for a few minutes. Okay, so I just hit the next cruise desk. I'm on board. It was just super easy. I didn't even bother to film it because the ship is identical from the outside to the Ovation of the Seas, which is the last one we were on. Okay, great, thank you. So, on my way to the Key Lunch. So I went to Next Cruise and presented my ChatGPT generated letter saying, get me a good deal. And it did not do so badly. And here we are at steps. I came within about $400 of my target, my low price target. They weren't able to get me a senior discount. And we don't know what the discounts tomorrow are gonna be. So rather than take a chance, I just put a deposit down on the cruise, and I'll make an appointment, and I'll reprice it tomorrow to see if I can get it, drive it down even further. But the net of it is 9 days, balcony cabin for Sherry Ann and I, an interior cabin for Jupiter. Yeah, for like $3 grand, which is a good deal. Oh. Ah, thank you. Hey team. Well, looks like I'm committed. There's no turning back now. Here we go. We're leaving the port of Seattle. Boarding was super easy. No crowds. When Sherry Ann and I went, there were 2 ships boarding at the same time, and it was chaos in the terminal. This was much more organized. I literally walked right through onto the ship. And yeah, so here we are. We're just going to Japan at about walking speed. So I'm on day 4 of my trip to Japan. I thought I'd show you my work setup. Pretty interesting. On the wall I've got magnets and some giveaways I've picked up. This is my desk. Got my monitor, internet connection. I mean, it's fairly well organized. Got my shortwave radio. This janky thing here is the green screen I use, which projects a background of my normal office. And then couch, closets, you know, the usual cruise room bed. So, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 4, which is 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I like to sleep with the curtains open, or the curtains closed and the balcony door open. So here I've got my shortwave radio antenna, my GPS. It's about 50 degrees out here, so not so bad. I've got a meeting starting in a few minutes, 8 a.m. Pacific time, so I'm gonna go grab some coffee or some soda or something. So every day zone moves up an hour, which means today I got up at 4. And tomorrow I'll get up at 3, which means I'll be going to bed around 8 p.m. So my time zone is fixed. I'm sticking with Pacific Standard Time because that's where all my meetings and my responsibilities are. So I'm just using my normal watch. The curtains in the room are good for blackout curtains. So sleeping is not really a problem. And honestly, the ship is kind of rocking me to sleep, which is nice. The internet's great. I'm easily able to put in a full day. My phone works, my internet works, Zoom calls are fine. No big deal. As this cruise progresses, I'll become more and more offset to the point where I might have to put food in the minibar for dinner because I'll be asleep by the time dinner rolls around. So getting a few steps in. Nothing's open for breakfast yet, so I'm going to use the soda machines in Sorrento's, which is the pizza place. I'm hoping it's open. Well, looks like something's open for coffee. That's kind of cool. But as you can see, mostly empty. Either people who went to bed early or maybe have not yet gone to sleep. It's got kind of that fake daylight vibe like the Venetian in Vegas. Alrighty, a little bit more later. Hey team! So here I am up on deck at 5 in the morning in the middle of the Pacific. It's pretty much a ghost town. Not even late partiers in the hot tub or anything. The soda machines at Sorrento's were out of order. They probably haven't been serviced for the day, so there's a Coke machine hidden up in the C-plex. So I'm gonna go over there and see if I can fill it up. I might be a few minutes late for my meeting, which kind of blows. Speaking of blowing, it's windy out here. And the C-plex is closed. Maybe I can open the door. Maybe I can cut through the arcade. Yes. This is why it's important to study those ship's maps, kids. Check it out. Completely empty. These are for the bumper car thing that they do. Actually, this is a really cool area. I should probably spend more time up here. I'd definitely get more exercise. And this is what happens when you do a trans-Pacific crossing. Ta-da! Alright, let's get it together to make this happen. Soda machine. So this is the Royal Caribbean Cup. Very poorly insulated. So now I have to wait 25 seconds before I do this again. The mixture varies in these machines. The best one is down by the pizza place, but that one's out of order. This shout out to Royal Caribbean. Your soda machines are garbage. Slow, they're unresponsive, half the time they're broken. Okay, mission accomplished. A little rocky, but it worked. Ever wonder what it would be like to be the only passenger on a cruise ship? Let's take a look. So I'm not the only one here, but this is a transatlantic repositioning, and the ship's going into Drydock in Singapore with a stopover in Tokyo. So yeah, it's got definitely kind of a, you ever see the movie The Shining, the Overlook Hotel? It's definitely got an Overlook Hotel vibe. Absolutely nothing. Well, I do see one or two other people. I'm not totally alone, but yeah, moments like this, it sure feels like it. Yay! It's like some kind of a winter storm. Nobody's out, of course, because it's early. The upper decks are completely closed, which I get, and the crew is running mostly emergency drills. I hope they're not trying to rescue anybody in this. This ship is crazy big, and everything's switched on, even though there's no guests. I'd almost rather the lights all be out, because then it would have kind of a cool ghost ship vibe. It already feels like a ghost ship because we're heading into this frickin' storm. And then the idea of the internet being out, well, that's not cool. So this is the inside solarium area. Again, nobody here but me. Nothing, nobody. Occasionally, like back there, there was a member of the crew. And the crew, they're all Filipinos, which is awesome. Not that my Tagalog is any good. See, the problem in learning Tagalog from your wife is that you sound like a lady. So I try not to speak too much, but yeah. I mean, normally this place should be packed for breakfast. You only actually have one restaurant set up because it's so few people. Yeah, so it looks like it could be an okay day. Yesterday was pretty bad. Today I think it's going to be a lot better. Repositioning, I guess they're going to redo when they dry dock this thing in Singapore. They've got isopod maintenance. They've got all kinds of engine. I think they're down to a lesser number of working power generators. And you would think that if that were the case, they'd turn off some of these lights, but you know, they're running system tests all over the ship, which is, that's actually pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. Rough seas. Let's go outside and take a look. These are the first sign of activity that I've seen in over a week. All right, so they're pushing off. You can see the Japanese coast straight ahead. So one thing about Japan, you can see the harbor pilot boat right next to us there. There it is. They've been tracking the ship for like the last 16 hours. Next stop, Japan. Moron train station. So the goal here is to find a data sim so that I'm not disconnected. All right, well, tour group 7 just gets us to the train station, so we'll see what's next. We went by a Lawson's on the way here. I don't think I want to walk back to it. It's kind of a hike. But, you know, worst case, I'll just get on the train. I mean, it's only a 90-minute ride. Only 90 minutes. Can you be disconnected for 90 freaking minutes? What'll I do? Japan is always perfect in every way. Oh, that's cool. Must be the local engineering school. Well, I'm hoping this doesn't just dump us right out on the tracks. Looks like we might have a station up here. Alright. Oh my god, it's a 7-Eleven. Alright, made it on the train. The assigned seating thing seems to be a bit of confusion with the cruise ship passengers. Oh, I just saw a cat. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 hours to Sapporo. And I get to watch the, hey look, it's an Iglesia Christos church. So, yeah, what a mess this was. Of course, everybody went from the port to the train station at the same time. The train station's designed to handle like 100 people. So, kind of overloaded, but not so bad. You know, making new friends. So, I think I just spent like $100 to go to Sapporo for a couple of hours, but think of all the money I didn't spend on the ride over. So. Well, the arrival into Sapporo isn't super scenic, but looks like we're getting here. I think we're all ready to get off the train. Okay, so my first stop is Yodobashi Camera to get my data sim because they couldn't help me out at 7-Eleven. And then we're gonna find a quiet place to get some email done because they're actually the few things I need to attend to. It is interesting though, you know, it's like everything in Japan looks like it was built by Legos. Blocks, bricks, more bricks. Bricks and blocks. Rectangular blocks. Yeah, it's like a Lego city. Train station. It's a pretty noisy place. That's okay. This is the train that I just came in on right over there. And that was the limited express train. Took about 2 hours. A little bit longer than I'd hoped for. So first... Alright, I'm sort of lost. Man, these mapping applications are just really wonky. Alright, I'm gonna put this down because it's hard to make videos when you're lost. This is the Sapporo train station. Unlike other areas in Japan, there's a lot less in English. I guess that's to be expected. Still, it's pretty interesting to see how different people were prepared for this. There was one guy who used the Klook app, and he had his tickets right away. So all he had to do was scan a barcode and get on the train. There were a bunch of people who I guess bought like the wrong kind of tickets and they couldn't find seats, and I think they were probably on the wrong train. So they stood for like 2 hours, and that sucked. I just got in line and followed some tourists who seemed like they knew what they were doing, and I've been through this before, the whole you can't get a reserved seat as a tourist unless you jump through some hoops. So I managed to make that happen. I'm kind of proud of myself. Seems to have figured out where I am. Let's see. All I want is a tourist sim and a Diet Coke. I'm also going to check to see if they have that Citizen Echo Drive watch I've been looking at. I'll check that out. That's the thing I love about travel. It gives you an opportunity to see people and cultures that are pretty removed from what you're used to. Yeah, that was a surprise. Made really good time. I expected this to take like 8 or 9 days, but overall, yeah, the ship was comfortable. There wasn't a lot going on for most of the time. I was like the only passenger. Like I could walk the entire deck several times and not see more than 1 or 2 other people. So that was a new experience. Okay, just keeping my eye on the Japan rail station so I can find my way back. I'm not really interested in getting back at night. I think what I'm gonna do is get my sim. There it is, Yodobashi. Okay, here I am. It was like super intense. The Yodobashi and Akihabara. Like I know that one like the back of my hand, but this is brand new territory. So here I am on the in the Japan rail station. We're getting ready to go. Let's check this out. I've already spent like a whole day's worth of my allowance, which I don't actually really have. So I'm gonna go. It's time for me to not be here. But I gotta say, the Japanese railways are unbelievably cool. It's all electric. They're super efficient. They're always, well, they're mostly on time. And accomplished some goals. So I found my SIM card. I went to Yodobashi, and sure enough, they had a unlimited, which apparently means 2 gig a day. It's still not so bad. And that's going to last me through the duration of my trip. So that'll last me easily through the 19th. I found a couple little computer things that I wanted, connectors, cables, stuff like that at Yodobashi. And I also found, ta-da, the watch I was looking for. So on the ship, this watch is like, I don't know, $1,000, $1,600, but by bringing my passport with me and you know, getting the duty free, blah blah blah, it came in at just like $420, $430. I mean, a significant savings. Now this is a out of production model that I'm looking for, but still it's pretty cool. Here comes another train. Sorry, kind of missed it. So I bought stuff that I really wasn't supposed to buy, and then I walked around a lot, and then I found a McDonald's and I ate things that I'm not really supposed to eat. And I've been checking out every vending machine in this train station, looking for a Diet Coke, and that is just not happening. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi from the train station. My next stop will be the station over by the ship, and then I'll jump on the bus and head back.
Thinking about you, about us, we got something special. Oh, it just feels right, you know.
So good.
Just